All right, look, a lot of people are going to ask me why I had Donnie on the show, and I just want to say that, man, um, everybody's going through their own journey in life, and sometimes it's not the brightest path. And I think by raising awareness of these things, we can get everybody on a brighter path. When you understand the way broadly, you can see it in all things. So, with that being said, y'all, I hope you enjoy this. Keep an open mind. Donnie's a human, having a human experience. Cool. What the fuck is up, everybody? What's up with that? I got SadBreed here. What's up, dude? Right on. Cool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I, seriously? I mean, I would have done the same thing probably. Yeah. So then what'd you do? There you go. You heard it from the man himself. Fuck yeah. So,
Hi.
hell yeah.
Hi, I'm SadBreed. Howdy.
Yep, yep.
John.
What's up,
Donnie
dude?
Leviathan.
Yeah.
Man of many faces.
That's definitely the craziest intro we've had for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole like idea, right, is that my music's like super sad, right? And I write about like the demons that haunt me.
Okay.
But a lot of like another thing is like we all go through shit. A lot of people don't know how to talk about it because you ain't tamed your demons.
Sure.
But I tamed my demons so good he can just come out, he can just walk around.
Yeah.
You know, that's like the whole thing. You know what I mean?
You learn that demon language,
I guess.
the breeze and the gutturals.
It's just more of a thing of like, it's supposed to represent like coming to peace with yourself.
Yeah.
Like inwards, like your bad stuff, the shit you've been through, and being able to just like have that out there. And just like talk about it just like this. Like don't even like worry about it, you know? Just like
Yeah.
bring it up, talk about it, and just being able to do that.
You should be able to,
You
honestly.
know? It's like,
Yeah.
exactly. No one talks about it.
Mm.
It's like the whole image. And then it's
Yeah.
also like, you don't know me, right? Motherfuckers be scared of the devil shit. And so they'd be like, I don't like the devil shit. And I'm like, okay, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, hello, how are you? They're like, fuck you. I'm like,
Whatever.
and it's the same people that are like, don't judge me.
Well, you think your image is just a little off-putting?
I do, but it's the thing is we're in an entire culture where everyone is. It's so just mainstream to be like, I accept you.
Yeah.
I accept you. I accept this. And so I like pushing boundaries, and I like to be like, but are you really accepting?
Yeah.
Do you really not care? You know?
So is that the whole purpose of the,
Yeah.
the head tattoos and all everything? Just to
Yeah,
push all
because
boundaries?
I don't come from a space of like sacrificing babies.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't like chop chicken suds off or like drink blood. You know?
No, I think it's sick, honestly.
Yeah, I'm
The
just
forehead
kidding.
tattoo's sick.
it's a Pokemon.
No shit. Let me see it,
It's
dude.
a Cubone.
No shit. I just
Yeah.
realized that.
So do you know what Cubone's Pokédex entry is?
No.
So Cubone wears the skull of its dead mother and cries itself to sleep every night.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so like my mom like killed herself and she had like a rose with my name next to it. So that's the whole
That's awesome, dude.
yeah
That's cool. That's deep.
crazy shit. This is my first interview, so this is the first.
Awesome, dude. Well, thanks for coming on and letting us be your
Appreciate-
first,
Thank
man.
you for having me.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I just kind of stumbled upon you on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy you did. You guys
Yeah.
are sick. I really like the setup. Y'all are trying really hard.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. We've been doing it for it's like our 5th month in it now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Good shit. Good shit.
Yeah, yeah. We're
I
just
was
getting
telling
started.
You got me at like the perfect time. I'm just like I just got an article in Elevator that's coming out this week. I was in Cali Post like 2
I
weeks.
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have like my first drop. I just got signed to like management and got like my own producer and all this shit.
Fuck yeah.
Shout out Smoke Instrumentals and like Juice Carter and all my management and shit. I forgot I was on a podcast. I thought I was just talking.
Yeah.
But that's dropping on the 23rd too. So like
That's awesome,
I'm
dude.
opening for like Oni Inc. in November and Eddie Baker. Like all these big ass moves. So you all like caught it right before the tidal wave.
That's sick, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
How did you get started in the whole music scene?
You remember the 2016 XXL freshman cipher?
I mean,
Okay,
I haven't really paid attention to the double XL cipher in a long time because
Lil
everyone's just so
Uzi.
weak on there.
Lil, if you know what I'm talking about, if you know what I'm talking about, Lil Uzi, right? Denzel Curry, 21 Savage, you know.
That's a heavy lineup,
Kodak
though.
Black.
That's a different lineup.
You know, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That one. That was the year I started rapping because
Okay.
I watched them and like that was like the first my real like deep dive into like modern rap because at that point in time all I was still listening to was like Eminem and like 90s
Yeah.
and shit like that, like early 2000s. And I heard that and I was like, I can do that. I can do that. So I started off wanting to be like Eminem and Lil Dicky. And my rapper name was Benny Pooh.
Just like clever lyrical bars and
Just like trying to be. I
Yeah.
guess I was terrible. I have no natural talent.
yeah.
Zero. This much. I was like not good at all when I started. Entirely. Like I literally like would sit down and like write down Eminem's lyrics and like sit there and like stare at them. Like when I was in like fucking high school and shit, we'd like go over the rhyme lessons and I'd be over there like with my fucking worksheet and like the fucking lyrics.
Yeah, studying the rhyme scheme of it all.
Like figuring out all that shit.
Mm.
So that's really it, you know. And then what really made me like dive into it was I got kicked out of my house and I was like 17, so I was living in like a shed in
Right on.
Sherman with like my big ass dog, and I had this whole shed. I sleep in this corner, and all I had was like a laptop and a blue snowball microphone.
Yeah.
And so every day I'd come home, and like I was still going to school, and I was like living by myself, going to school, working at Sonic, doing all this shit, and I come home and just record terrible music. Not good. Not good
At least
all.
you're honest, dude.
Oh, dude, it was shit. It was
Yeah.
terrible. And you know what the worst part was? Is that I was like, oh, I'm going to blow up.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's
oh,
what everybody thinks, though.
First song that popped off, or that like people were like, oh, dude, you can kind of rap. It was called 666 on my dick.
Yeah.
I got 666 tatted right above my dick now, just in honor of that. I said, like, suck my dick like a sippy cup. All I rap about is my dick, so why aren't you on it yet? Hey, bitch, listen up. Suck
Jesus.
my dick like a sippy cup.
Yeah.
Bad, dude.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
like, no meaning behind that shit. Nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I used to be in a metal band, and my vocalist, we started a song, and it was literally him just saying, suck a dick, bitch.
Oh, yeah?
And that's how the beat would start, suck a dick, bitch. Suck a dick, bitch. And that was literally the start of the song, and
Oh, yeah.
it was just super stupid back, but yeah.
You know, I mean, as long as you're having fun.
Yeah, that's all it was. I mean, it was just
The
super
thing
fun.
is, like, at the end of the day, I was having fun. You know what I mean? I got something out of it. My friends that were around at the time thought it was cool. It was a cool little thing. It was actually one of the first songs I ever, like, performed. It got me, like, one of my first shows. You know what I mean? And it's a matter of, like, just looking back to what I make now, you know, like, my morals as, like, an artist and a person. Because, like, I started music with the intent of, like, just wanting to, like, blow up. Just wanting money, just wanting all that. And then I realized that, like, what I like to do as a person isn't like what's mainstream. You know what I mean? Like what I like to do and like the things that I've gone through in my life that inspire my music is like not mainstream at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless you're watching like Criminal Minds, you know what I mean? And you like the backstories of like the serial killers, then like you don't want to hear about like my shit. You know what I mean?
What was it, though? What made you change from...
I'm not even gonna cap. My ex-wife didn't like me rapping about bitches.
Yeah.
And so that's how it started. My ex-wife was like, you can't rap about bitches. And then I was like, it's either bitches or I'm sad.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know what's cool though? Is that before that I had never written sad shit.
Mhm.
And now, like, I'm not with her anymore. And so I just do both. You know, I can be like, I've been chilling at the party, I've been fucking all these hoes, and then be like, but I cut myself too.
You gotta have dynamics, right?
You know,
Yeah.
just right
How'd the SadBreed name come about?
So, a couple of reasons. Number one, my rapper name before that was Sharangami, and people couldn't pronounce that. Like when I went to like perform and stuff,
Yeah,
people would
okay.
be like Sharangami.
Right.
And so I was driving home from Denny's, right? Because I was working at Denny's, and I was working overnights at Denny's, and people were being really mean to me that night, like really rude, just obnoxiously rude.
Right.
And I was driving home, and I was like, humans are a sad breed. Motherfuckers just mean for no reason.
Yeah.
It's 3 a.m. and I work at Denny's.
That's a
You
true
know,
assessment,
you know
though.
what I
Yeah.
mean? You know what I mean? Like, you don't care about nothing else, do you? Like, at least in the moment, you know what I mean? I'm not saying, like, these people that were being rude are bad people. They were just having a bad night, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it's a matter of, like, a couple things that had happened that week that made me finally realize, like, I feel like a big purpose of mine is to, like, with my music is to help people take a second and, like, look inward before you, like, go assess situations and take action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing of, like, before you look at me and you judge me, like, for example, right, I was in Depot the first night I got the whole costume together, and I went around with my buddy and we handed out business cards. Dude, some people were like, "Oh my God, you're so cool!" And dude, the minute people start talking to me, I take my mask off, whether it was positive or negative, right?
Yeah.
I'd say, "Hey, how are you doing?" You know, I'd talk to them. I'm Donnie. Nice to meet you. And some people would just be like, "Fuck that devil shit. Get the fuck away from me. All this shit."
Yeah.
And then I'd take the mask off and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And they'd be like, "Fuck you." And I'd be like, you know, I'd be like, "Why though?" I just was asking people. I was like, "Why?" They were like, "I don't fuck with that devil shit." And I was like, what if I don't fuck with your God shit? And you got a cross on your shirt, or you got Jesus, you got a Jesus thing on the back of your car.
It's the same thing.
Or you got people that come knock at my door and talk about Jesus. You know what I mean? And it was like the same thing. It was like, you know, I go to Green Elephant for the open mic. Shouts out Green Elephant. Love you guys. But there's a lot of Jesus rappers there. There's so many people that go in there and they come up and they go, "Oh, well, I'd like to thank God for this."
Yeah.
Or like in the backyard, they have like My Lord Inc., literally. You know what I mean? And so I go over there and there's people there that are like, "Fuck this devil shit, fuck this devil shit." And I was able to say, I was like, "Do you realize that like you're God and you rapping about God makes me feel the exact same way that this makes you feel?"
Yep.
You know? Because I grew up in church. I went to church every Sunday. Every single fucking Sunday. Catholic. Boom. I know the Bible. I've read the Bible 5 times fucking over.
Dude, I'm the same way. I grew up in the church too, and like I'm just totally not opposed to it, but I'm just totally have no inclination to it.
See, my ex-wife's family was hella Christian.
Yeah.
Like over, above, and beyond. They didn't like me specifically because of the forehead tattoo. No other reason.
Oh, I'm sure.
To the point where when we got married, they crashed the wedding and told the cops that it was a satanic ritual. I'm not making this up. A satanic ritual, and I was sacrificing her daughter to Satan.
Fuck yeah.
Legitimately.
Hail Satan.
Right? That's not what's going on. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
And it's just the way people use religion to just try to get away with shit.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? I'm reading a book called The God Delusion right now, and that's like the entire book is just like crazy shit. Like there was a thing I read in there about how a church was able to legally use like acid basically and like MDMA because it gave them a higher understanding of the Bible and God. But I mean, MDMA would probably give me a higher understanding of the mic, you know? Maybe some paint, you know what I mean?
I mean, shit, they don't even have to pay taxes.
Exactly.
You know?
You know what I mean? But it's like, shit, let me pop a pilly or like do something legally. Okay, like Jesus, I guess, you know?
Right.
I don't know.
No, that's a good point, man. As far, I saw that you do jiu-jitsu or MMA. What?
Yeah. So I've been doing jiu-jitsu since I was 8 years old.
No way.
And I've been teaching since I was 12.
Oh, you teach too?
Until like 9 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a second degree black belt in Taekwondo and Okinawan karate, and then I have a purple belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
That's sick, dude.
So I did like amateur fighting like right out of high school, for like 3 months, like 2 fights, 2-0. So you know.
Yeah, man. Perfect record, right?
Like almost not, because like my first match, I like scissor kicks a lot.
Yeah.
Just fuss with people. And I was going with this dude that had way more reach on me and all this shit my first fight. My dumbass coach goes, "Lead with the scissor kick." Run in there, do the scissor kick. And I go to scissor kick that motherfucker, and he just grabs my leg and just like slams me down like Hulk did Loki.
Yeah.
The fucking Avenger. Bah! And I was like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? But I caught him on the triangle when he came down, and it was like a fucking like 1 minute like tap. So we good.
Yeah.
Almost died.
You still keep up with MMA and shit?
So I tried. I recently tried to go back to like Brazilian Top Team in Richardson. Shout out. Go to Brazilian Top Team. They're really cool over there. I just work a lot. I don't have the time.
Right.
Their classes, they're really serious over there. They got like world champions that train over there and shit. And their sessions are like 3 hours long.
Damn.
And so it's like I want to do that, and that's exactly what I want to do. I'm just working on my life to like make the time right now.
Yeah. No, I've been trying to go. Jake goes to a Muay Thai gym, and he's been trying to get me in there for a while now.
BTS footage. We need a spar. I'll come through. I'll come spar you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
There you go.
We should make that happen.
SadBreed part 2. Yeah,
Seriously.
Part 3, I'll bring you to the Jits place. I got an extra key.
I got no jiu-jitsu experience.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll flip you around.
I'll flip you around.
I mean, you make videos. You can edit. You can like make it look like you kick my ass, right?
I don't think it works like
I mean, you can just. I mean, like they make those AMVs. Like they make like Momoshiki AMVs from like Boruto. Like Momoshiki, like low key once Naruto and Sasuke popped out, got his ass beat, and like all these motherfuckers make AMVs of like that fight, that part of the fight with Momoshiki.
Yeah.
They make him look cool,
Yeah.
but he got his ass rocked.
Yeah.
So,
Got a point. Got a point.
you know, you just, you know, we roll for like 3 hours and you can get like 30 seconds of footage. Of, like, you're right. Like, teach you like one judo flip, and then you could like put that in a loop.
Yeah. Over and over and over.
Yeah.
You got your ass beat by SadBreed.
Yeah. I tried to do like private lessons for a little bit.
Yeah.
Right before I started teaching at this last gym, and I called it Donnie's Dojo.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
I'd go to Donnie's Dojo.
I made like one of the, I don't even have it anymore. I made like the cringiest like commercial. I was like, hey, you want to kick ass?
Are you looking to kick ass?
I got a forehead tattoo. I can teach you how to kick ass real quick. What's up?
Hell yeah.
I got a Pokemon on my forehead. I got huge nuts. Let's fight. You know what I mean?
Nah, dude, if I saw that, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm going to his gym.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He confident enough to have a Pokemon on his forehead. That karate doing something.
Yeah, right? Hey, so when you're in the studio, do you have like a whole process or anything? Where are you recording at? Is this at your house, or are you going to a studio?
So I have recorded at my house for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
I just got signed to like a management thing, so now I'm recording at Ascension Studios in Seaganville, with Smoke, who's like my producer, and he does all the beats now. So SadBreed's a band now.
Oh,
And
dope.
It's me and Smoke, and he just does all the guitar and all the beats.
Right.
And I do that. You know what I mean? But before that, it was just kind of buy beats and rip beats off of YouTube,
Yeah.
and then just throw it on there and go from there. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a process of, like right now, I make my best songs when I either write them in 3 minutes or I write them in like 3 weeks. And so that's the process I'm in. If I don't feel a song, like if I don't feel a beat within the first like 10 seconds of listening to it, I don't do it.
Yeah.
And then if I feel that beat and I like that beat, I commit to that beat, and I either sit down and I write a song in like 2 minutes to 10 minutes, or I really take like 3 or 4 weeks. Like let's say it's like a weird beat. Like I'm working with this one right now that my producer gave me called Ghost, and it's really solid. It's just the BPM's a little weird, a little different than I do, and like
Right,
it's
right.
a little different. So like I love this fucking beat, and it's gonna hit really hard, and it's like really good for writing like long, drawn out screams and shit. But it's like I just haven't written like that in forever, and we're really trying to hit more deathcore than rap.
Oh, okay.
And so like a lot more like exaggerated screams. Like if you took like Attila and Lil Peep, and then like Bring Me the Horizon, but like old Bring Me the Horizon, like Pray for Plagues.
Okay.
Like put that together.
Dude, that's a heavy lineup.
That's
I dig that.
relative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I also like, at least right now, you know, I do hella different shit. That EP I just dropped before this called Haunter was like emo country rap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You always been diverse like that and just
Yeah.
kind of jumping around shit?
Different voices. I worked at like I just found my rapper voice, which is like really deep when I really want to rap and shit.
Yeah.
And I was working at a call center for like a really long time, and I'd call for donations for state troopers.
Mm.
I don't sound like a cop. I don't sound like a state trooper. I can't get donations. But when I talk about this, I sound like a cop. And I talk about this all day. I get on that phone, I say, yes, it's Donald Maddox. I'm on paid fundraiser with SAI. And see, this is how I rap. It's my rap voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can sit like here talk about this for the interview if I want to. I really should have just led with this.
I wish you did now that you're doing it, honestly.
Yeah, that would have been so funny. Take the fucking mask off after going, you know what I mean? Take that off and then start talking like this, like, hey, y'all, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know, I like match with a chick on like,
So you did that the whole time at that job?
oh yeah, all day, every day.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, I was all day, every day. I'll go through the thing with you. I'll be like, yeah, this is Donald Maddox. I'm a paid fundraiser with SAI. Calling you for the Texas State Trooper Association. The reason
I'd already hung up.
was just, sir, the reason for the call was just to let you know, Texas State Trooper Association just kicked off our annual Trooper Booster public support campaign. The way we handle this is by mailing all the donor material out to you first, so you can read over it and send your donation back after you receive it.
Yeah, that was memorized.
Yes, sir. I did this every single day. For great. I'm just calling to make sure our troopers have a proud support that I can mail those donor materials out to you. Would that be
Jeez.
okay?
I'd already hung up on you.
Would that be okay?
No, man.
Sir, I completely understand your financial situation. Now, that's why we have our all-star package set aside at $25.
Oh, man, let me get a
My
drink.
sir. He said, just keep in mind, sir, your funds do help state troopers and their families in times of need and crisis. So can I go ahead and send that packet out for $25?
I'm good, man. No, I'm good.
Listen, sir, I understand you may have to go talk to your husband or your wife. May discuss the situation with them. If I can just get you to commit to $10 today. Now listen. You go walk down the street. You go find a lottery ticket that's a winner for $1 million. You cut that in half. You send that back to me. Either way, that $10 will go a long way. You go ahead and send that out to you.
Did you really tell people this shit?
Yes, sir. Hey, you know what they always said after that? Go ahead and send it out.
Really?
Yeah, because you know what? I got paid whether they paid it or not. You know what I mean? So they were just like, you're trying. Mail it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. Mail it. Here's my address.
I couldn't do that, dude. I couldn't work in a call center like that.
How much I got paid?
The minimum wage?
$9 an hour.
Fuck.
I sat there all day next to just meth heads. Every single one. I was the only one in there with teeth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I believe you, dude. I couldn't do that shit. I'd fucking kill myself in that place like that.
yeah, it was wild. And then after that, I made tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Killer's Tacos in Denver.
Oh, right on. I see some sweet bands come through there, probably.
Oh, yeah, and that's where I got married.
What?
I
No
got
way.
married at Killer's Tacos. So that's where they came and said that I was going to sacrifice my
At Killer's Tacos? That took it to a whole nother level.
You know how much I paid for that wedding?
Like $100.
$800.
$800.
Fuck. You know what I mean? I was like, okay. I should have sacrificed that bitch to Satan. You know what?
At Killer's Tacos, that's crazy.
Yeah. Goodness. I should have done it at Killer's Tacos, too. You know, I should have gone back.
Hey, talk to me about like getting started in like trap metal as far as like you're screaming and everything. Have you always just been screaming? Did you start a metal band or?
So no, I've never been. Well, because I was in a band for 2 weeks and then that didn't work out.
Okay.
But I don't know. I started like I was really, really into like Pray for Plagues era, Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, fuck
you
yeah.
know what I mean? And like Suicide Silence.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so my goal, I want to be like the Mitch Lucker of trap metal.
Oh, dude.
So I just want.
You're
like,
putting yourself up there.
I know, but like the thing is like all these dudes, like their vocals are amazing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Oni, his vocals are amazing. These guys' vocals are amazing. But a big thing that artists just in general now focus on in the trap genre is just rap. You know what I mean? Just very fast paced. Every single bar you can get as fast as you can go, and that's fine. I love that music. I get lit to that shit. That's fine. But my stuff isn't necessarily for like it's for mosh pits. You can punch people in the face to my music.
Yeah.
But you're thinking about some shit when you listen to my lyrics, and there's a reason you're punching a motherfucker in the face. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying these other artists are writing without reason. I just prefer to slow it down so you can hear my lyrics a little bit better and really hear what I'm saying. And we like to put that over like a much slower down tempo trap metal and things like that. And it's just all these trap metal artists are and I'm just trying to bring it back, slow it down, and that's how I'm trying to be different. You know what I mean? But that was big things for me are just nasty drops too. You know what I mean? So I was like, what if we just make the nasty drop the whole thing?
Dude, bring back the drops, honestly.
There's a song I did with my buddy Deathshroom called Inside the Mind of a Homicidal Penguin Named Kevin.
Right on.
And there's a whole drop, and it goes, you know, Into the Hellfire by Lorna Shore?
Mm-mm.
So the last drop, he just does a whole pig squeal, just long,
Oh, okay.
just
Yeah.
drawn out. And so it's like, you're about to die. And then everything goes quiet, and then it comes in like half tempo from what the whole song was. The same thing, just for like a minute straight. Just
Yeah.
like the end of it.
That's
and
brutal.
We did it, so he came from Colorado, right? And we had performed this song 3 times in 2 days.
Yeah.
And so we did a thing where at the beginning of the inhale it's him, and then it switches, and at the end of the inhale it's me. And so when we performed, most of the places we were performing only had one mic. So when we did that, we were able to like pass the mic to
Yeah.
each other and just finish it. And that was like a really
That's
big,
clever.
cool part of it.
Hell yeah.
So it's like a big fucking like quarter of the song is just, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Jeez.
That's really it, though. I mean, I was always just the screamo kid. You know what I
Right.
mean? And like, yeah, that's really it.
I'm always just so interested in that. Were you like into highs or more gutturals when you
I'm
started?
always Ollie Sykes.
Okay.
Ollie Sykes, Ronnie Radke, Mitch Lucker,
Mm-hmm.
top three biggest
So
inspirations.
those are more highs in my opinion.
So Ollie and Mitch's highs for sure.
Yeah.
And I got my lows from Ronnie Radke.
Right.
So you know, like, Falling in Reverse?
Yeah, yeah.
So Don't Mess with Ouija Boards?
Uh-huh.
Don't mess with words. And he just, like, his lows, like, suck, but they're good because of how they suck. You know what I mean? Because he's just very much pronunciating, and you don't do that on lows.
Yeah.
Ouija Boards! You know what I mean? It's like, you know exactly what he's saying. It's just like, okay.
Right.
It's more pronunciated, and that was the song that made me start practicing my lows.
Yeah, I could never do that shit, man.
The first ones I learned were the Pray for Plagues ones.
Yeah.
You know Pray for Plagues, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, she...
That's kind of crazy when you look at me in the eyes and doing that.
I much more sound like Donald Trump. He said I got frustrated. Oh my God. See, I'll be driving in D-Bum. I just got this big ass fucking truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I bought that truck and I went straight to drive through D-Bum because I know I got pretty eyes and there were bad bitches out there because it was a Friday night.
Okay.
And so I rolled down my window and I'm just looking at chicks. I'm just eyeballing them. That's all you got to do to bitches. You know that? That's all you got to do to chicks. You got to be really, really nice. You be really, really nice and you look them in the eyes all the time. That's it.
That's the Donnie method?
That's the Donnie method. Be genuine, be nice, and look them in the eyes, and that's it.
It's not bad.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you know, like, well, some motherfuckers, when you hear this, it's obvious if they don't want to talk to you in the first 20 seconds.
That's true.
You know? So if you're shooting your shot and it misses and it just over there, you know what I mean, misses in 20 seconds, leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? Then when you go up, when you get yourself up in a little bit better situation, she probably already on your Instagram and shit. She gonna see that. She gonna be like, oh. You know what I mean? She gonna be like, I can't believe I curved him. I can't believe. Yeah, so I was cruising through Deep Elm anyway. I was 4 chicks, right? And I was literally at the end of Deep Elm, and I looked at one of them in the eyes. She looked at me in the eyes, and they were walking. And they just, the whole time, and then all her friends looked at me in the eyes. And I literally, like, got out of my truck, like, leaned out of the window and just kept staring at them. Hypnotizing eyes. I should start doing that to chicks. Just start looking them in the eyes and going,
Just hypnotizing me. I think you're going to scare off a lot more.
I don't know. I mean,
Some chicks might be into it.
I don't know. Maybe you like Donald Duck.
All right. You were speaking on Bring the Horizon shit. Who are some other like influential artists now that are out there kind of pushing the scene for you?
Oh my God, Kim Dracula.
Yeah.
You listen to Kim Drac?
I know.
Oh my God, yeah, Kim Dracula. Oni Inc. Favorite trap metal artist of like literally all time, and he's my buddy, and it just makes it, dude. My favorite artists right now are all my friends, and it's like
That's awesome though.
Like, top one right now, Oni Inc. Second one, Deathshroom, and those two, like Oni Inc. I've never met him in person, and we're not like best friends, you know what I mean? But definitely consider him a buddy. You know what I mean? I've been talking to him about a year. We have like 2 collabs. I'm opening for him on his tour in Dallas and in Houston, so it's like I think we're cool. You know what I mean?
Sounds like it.
And then Deathshroom literally has like flown from Colorado, and like we've gone to the studio together. Like we're really good buddies. Let each other borrow money type of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like homies close like that.
That's what's up.
I guess besides that, I don't know. I listened to the same music I listened to when I was 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally like.
I'm kind of the same though. I'm like stuck in 2005, dude.
What am I listening to on the way over here?
Everything from that whole era, like when I started skateboarding, is like what I still kind of listen to.
I was not that because that doesn't count. I was listening to Violent Bounce by IC Stars on the way over here.
Okay.
So if that, you know what I mean? Like if that doesn't, and let's see what came on before that. Let's just go through a dive because I know. Okay. Cult of Thra by Ghostman, and then before that was Bones Exposed by Of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
And then Come On Everybody by Eminem. And then Online Torture House by Resting Scary Face. Have you heard of Resting Scary Face?
No.
Bring Resting Scary Face on here.
No, I hadn't heard of that.
Scary Face. He's my buddy. You need to look him up. Just hit him up.
Hey, link it up, man. Yo, shout
I'm
out.
gonna send it to you. Scary Boy, you better thank me for this one. These are cool guys. They got a lot of liquid death in here. And thirsty boy.
Yeah, shout out Liquid Death. What's up?
Sponsor this man, Tony Hawk. Sponsor this man. You know what? We'll make commercials for you. I will literally throw an entire show where we can all just act like we're getting fucked up off of Liquid Death because I love that that's their entire brand.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that all their commercials are like, hell yeah, water. You know?
Have you seen the commercial where it's like all the kids like drinking it and they're acting like they're all drunk and shit?
That's fucking. I watch. I think it's Drew Gooden had a I watch YouTubers and shit, and he had a whole video on how Liquid Death is just like water.
Yeah,
You know,
it's great, dude. You know, they have the greatest marketing campaign out right now, dude.
When I like want to feel like I got a little money, I buy Liquid Death.
Right.
You know, like when I want to feel like a little bougie.
You get that
$250
$250 water.
It's like I'm a mover, you know what I mean? It's like I had a long day at work. I just moved a whole big house, and I'm going in, and all I want is a water bottle and a Monster. And so I grab my Monster because that's no debate. I get the same Monster every fucking time.
What kind of Monster you get?
Normal fucking.
Green?
I'm dressed right
You get the
now?
green Monster?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And yes, I used to punch holes in the wall. I understand.
No, dude. Look,
Like,
I'm right here with you, dude. Like, what the fuck?
It's not like the Java. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's still a daily habit,
What
though.
kind of car you drive?
I have a truck.
Okay. You
Yeah.
need to stop drinking the Java Monsters then.
Why? Why do you say that?
I'm just fucking. I just need to you just need to like drink the ones that taste like gasoline.
Yeah, right. Might as well, right?
Yeah, that's what I always say. Like I like the lemonade ones.
I haven't tried
The
those.
lemonade ones with all the fishes on it and shit.
Yeah.
I'm from Florida, so like a quick way to sell me is put a fucking fish on it. You know what I mean?
Dude, if you put a Texas flag on something, I'm gonna fucking buy it. Yeah, like.
Dude, I'm not. I saw a bunch of motherfuckers. I was driving today, and I swear to you, I saw 4 motherfuckers with the Texas outline on their trucks, and I was like, I'm gonna go get a Florida outline just to piss, just to piss some people off.
And you will too.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's like my yee is like swamp yee. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like when I put a cowboy hat on, I want to hop in a fan boat, not on a horse.
Right.
As I grew up like St. Augustine and like Hastings.
Okay. Swamp boy.
Yeah, swamp boy.
Hell yeah.
Swamp boy. Fan boats and alligators.
Fuck yeah.
I used to live.
My mama said.
my mama said I used to live like right next to this river that like went down to it was the intercoastal, and that went down to the Matanzas River, and that went down to the Atlantic.
Okay.
And there were alligators. Used to hang out in the river, and probably once a week. My mama and one of my stepdads, pick or choose which one, had to go down there and.
Dude, I feel you so much though.
I had to go down there and get my dog off the fucking alligator.
No way.
Yeah. You hear about the dude that robbed the Wendy's with the alligator?
No.
Yeah,
School me.
Motherfucker pulled up at the drive-thru.
With a little baby
Yeah,
alligator.
he said, "I'm gonna throw this bitch in there. Give me $20."
Just 20?
I know. I'm just.
I know.
I hope that'd be funny though. I wouldn't be surprised.
Dude, that's a trip.
Water bottles are expensive out there. It's a tourist. Well, it depends where you at. I grew up in St. Augustine, which is the oldest city in the United States.
Okay.
So crazy touristy. You know what I mean? Water bottle is $17. It don't make sense.
That's crazy.
Not actually $17.
But still, they do that shit, tourist traps and stuff.
It's like when you go to like Six Flags.
Yeah.
Like water
$7.
bottles are $3. You know what I mean? It's like why? I know a business concept for major corporations are like that. You want one unit to pay for the whole pack. So they want one water bottle to pay for the whole 24 pack. You know what I mean?
You can go to Walmart and get the whole 24 pack for
Exactly,
$4.
the same price. That's how I feel. Throughout the day, I buy a couple water bottles. I buy 3 water bottles. I spend, $3-4.
It's about
$5 maybe after tax. I could have bought a 24 pack for that. Aldi, they're fucking $4.50 something.
Right.
At Aldi for the whole 24 pack. I've been like, I'm just gonna get a cooler, get that. You know what I mean?
Makes more sense.
A little bit.
Dude, I'm going to take you into a segment that we do called Hit or Shit. And basically, I'm just going to name some shit, and you tell me if you like it or not, if it's a hit or if it's shit.
Okay.
All right? So first thing, Game of Thrones.
Never seen a single episode, and I pride myself on that. So I have no clue. I like dragons.
Yeah.
So hit just because I know people like it, but I've never seen it, and I'm not gonna watch it.
Okay.
I've also never seen a single episode of The Walking Dead for the same reason.
I'm not a big fan of that, really. I didn't really like
It's
that.
not that I'm not a fan of either, because I play multiverses, and one bitch from Game of Thrones is in multiverses. I like her, so
Okay.
I guess I consider myself a fan of Game of Thrones. But it's I'm not gonna watch the show specifically because of how many people are like, "Do you watch Game of Thrones?"
Yeah.
People are like, "Yeah."
It's just too trendy for you?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So that's all right. So you kind of spoke on this earlier with that snowball mic, USB mics. Is it hit or shit for you?
Hit.
It's a hit.
100% hit. if you want to make music, you go to your local pawn shop. You can find a snowball in that bitch.
Hell yeah.
I got my first snowball for $15.
That's cheap.
I made my first 100 songs. I made my first 100 songs on that blue snowball.
Fuck yeah.
They don't break. My dog picked up that blue snowball, ran around the house with it. They don't break.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit. You
Dude.
keep that blue snowball all day.
One of my favorite stories is like the Beastie Boys. They recorded one of their songs on like a pink Hello Kitty mic,
Yeah.
and it's like on the album, and
Really?
it stayed on there just because it sounds sick, you know. But you can record on fucking anything,
It
man.
don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You know Lil Peep recorded most of the stuff he blew up on a pair of Apple headphones?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
He
that.
recorded most of his like original shit just on a pair of Apple
Just right here
earbuds.
with it.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Apple earbuds.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if he mixed his stuff, but if he did, I think I heard that he did it with his earbuds too. And his shit always came out like clean as shit.
Yeah, Apple's making some good shit.
Yeah, so, I mean, literally, USB mics, like, a big thing with art and music in general, don't trip about what you can or can't afford.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because you'll get there. You know what I mean? A big thing is, like, when you're talking about USB mics, most of the time we're talking about younger artists. We're talking about the 16, 17, 18-year-olds, the ones that, like, they aren't the type of people that can just be like, hey, Mom, buy me a mic, or, like, get me this for Christmas. You know, they're getting to the age where they want to make music and they have their own funds to do so.
Yeah.
100%. Get a blue snowball, because you know what? You keep that blue snowball, you save up your money, you go back to that same pawn shop, you sell that blue snowball back, you get $10, $15, and you buy yourself your next mic, $100
Yeah.
mic. I definitely like recommend that you go from the blue snowball to $100. And if you can spend $100 mic, that's all you really need. For the
I mean, really, yeah.
first phase. I got the SM7B specifically because like it's very good for how wide like my vocals are and how diverse I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I didn't have the mixing knowledge, you know, because I've done everything myself until now. And I didn't have the really knowledge on how to mix things and shit. And that mic, you know, it has switches on it. You can boost your highs and drop your lows on the mic.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
So I just do that. It's just
Yeah.
like my auto EQ. And like, dude, for the first like fucking 6 months of having that mic, I didn't even like EQ shit or anything. I just like mastered the track and threw it up.
Yeah. Do you take that mic with you to live sets?
No. I
No.
don't.
You just use the one that's
I
there?
thought about performing with an SM7B.
Mhm.
I could, you know. No, so the reason I don't bring my own mic anymore, right, is because the first time I went to the Green Elephant, I brought my own mic.
Yeah.
It had bright purple duct tape around it. I used to do like the old emo spinny thing.
Fuck
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And so I'm on there, I plug it in, and the DJ doesn't notice I plug the mic in. That it's my mic. And so I start performing, I swing it, and he cuts my shit. He goes, no, don't do that with the mic. And I was like, it's my mic.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. Because after that, I was just like,
Fuck it.
It's not worth it. You know what I mean? Y'all have better mics than I'm going to bring attached to, like, duct tape to a wire. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got this shit duct taped to a wire. You think I care about it enough? You know, I'd much rather just, like, be funny and, like, hold the mic different ways. And
Yeah.
I, like, will hold the mic by the cord and, like, dangle it like this and just scream into it. Stupid shit like
It's all about being a showman, man.
Yeah.
You gotta do shit like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that shit when you go and see someone flipping around mics and shit.
I have such bad social anxiety. I have such bad anxiety. Like, crazy.
You feel better on stage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I'll like go out to a show and I'll be off. I'll be like, I'm not gonna do anything crazy tonight. I'm just gonna get up there and I'm gonna perform and I'm gonna do my thing. Like I went to a show the other night, and I wasn't even supposed to perform and I was able to get like one song and that was the same thing. I was like, I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna perform this song, and then I was watching the videos of me performing it and I was like. I like kind of went off a little bit. Oopsies, you know. What I
Yeah.
mean? But it's just because I've watched so many live videos of like Ronnie Radke, like old Bring Me the Horizon like live shows. You know what I mean? I've gone to Warped Tour, watched how they do it, and dude, they're the best front men are always just.
No, when I saw you, I was definitely thinking of Mitch,
Yeah.
like for sure.
Yeah, for how I perform on stage, big inspiration is Raised. Okay, do you know the music video for Raised by Wolves by Bring Me the Falling in Reverse?
I don't remember it.
So go watch the video for Raised by Wolves by Falling in Reverse, and how he is on stage in that video is like a big thing of how I like try to be.
You draw a lot from that?
Yeah, definitely that. I don't know why. Ronnie just has a lot of very just like movements and shit, and I do that a lot, you know, because I'm white and I can't dance. You know, so it's like that's the only way I'm gonna catch a fucking beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Right on. All right, so next one on the hit or shit list is Liquid Death.
Oh, hit.
Dude, grab you one if you want one, man. Yeah.
Grabs all of them. Sparkling water. You know what? I'll take a sparkling water. It matches my whole thing here. It even
I prefer the
matches-
white ones. That's just me.
It even matches the. It just matches the swag. I got a little white on, a little black on, a little
There you
gold
go.
on. You know.
Let it all hang
Got all
out,
my-
man.
Got all my shiny rock bitch shit on.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. You believe in like witchcraft and like shiny rock things?
I think crystals are they hold energy,
Oh yeah.
for sure.
What kind of crystals are you into? Do you know enough?
I don't know a shitload of it, but I mean, just scientifically and like they obviously hold frequency and energy.
Yeah. Do you believe in like a spiritual connection though between like that and like maybe like separate energies? So like for example, like I'm much more of like I grew up in like one of the most haunted cities in the country, so I'm a very big like paranormal ghost boy.
Okay.
I've had like a lot of people fucking die. You know what I mean? And so I use a lot of amethyst, and I also believe in like bad energy affects me a lot, so I use a lot of obsidian.
Right
You know
on.
what I mean? And so
Yeah,
it's
no, I
like-
mean, I got this tiger's eye.
Oh, there you go.
I've
Look at that.
worn this for a while now.
Hell yeah! I just got this the other day from Earthbound. It's a amethyst worry stone, and so like my mom like just killed herself in July, and like my like dog like died, and my best friend killed herself, and like I got a divorce and all this shit, crazy shit.
It's heavy.
So amethyst connects you like spiritually, and it's supposed to help like connect to like your higher self and like just your spirituality in general, and like energy like that. And so I leave all my amethyst stuff on like my ashes of like my dog and my mom.
Okay.
So like when I wear them, it's like I'm bringing them with me.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
No, I've been big into that stuff, man. My mom kind of told me about all that shit, and always had crystals around the house and shit. And
See, I met like one shiny rock chick when I was like 18, and I was like, fuck that. So, she asked me, what's your sign? And it was just over. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was like, this is stupid. And then I was like, it's kind of not, though. It's kind of neat. You know what I mean? And like, I have enough connection to be like, oh, what's your sign? And you tell me, and I'm like, oh, fuck you. I'm not going to talk to you. Like, I'm not like that.
dude, I kind of though. Like I kind of
You think
am.
so?
Like I'll be that way a little. To be honest, yeah. If someone tells me like I'm an Aries,
Yeah.
so I'm a fucking asshole generally,
Yeah.
and headstrong and shit, and it's super apparent, dude. And
Right.
and I think people are generally their sign.
Can you guess what sign I am? If you know well enough.
I'd guess a Gemini.
Nope. You're so wrong.
What is it?
You're very far off. All like my so I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, okay, that was my next guess,
My
honestly.
rising is Sag. My moon is Leo, and then whatever that third middle one is also Sagittarius.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just all fire, all Sagittarius.
Yeah.
All the time. So
Yeah.
The shiny rock bitches used to call me Papa Sag because apparently I'm just the definition of a Sagittarius.
Right
I don't
on.
know what that means.
Yeah.
I still don't, because I don't pay attention to that stuff. I pay much more attention to like the witchcraft and like the rocks, sediments.
What kind of witchcraft are you into? Like,
So just like positive energy and like
Okay.
spells and stuff like that.
would
So,
you consider yourself like a Wiccan?
I haven't done any spells, but I definitely consider myself enough of like knowing my own spiritual energy that I feel like with the right. A big thing that I believe with like magic and spirituality and from books that I've read is that you can incorporate magic in your life and like flow of energy down to just the routines you do.
Sure.
And a big
Yeah.
thing of like when we talk, right? You spell. You spell words. It's called spelling.
For a
your
reason.
words are magic. Your words
Yeah.
are things. And so like I flip a cigarette in my pack. You know what I mean? And I used to flip 3, but like that was I just didn't want to fucking do that. I was like, this is stupid. It's too much effort. You know what I mean? So I flip 1, and I used to have 3 different assignments for each cigarette. The first one I smoked out of the last 3, the second one the third, and now I just like kind of verbally assign meaning to that last one. It's like I only smoke this if I only smoke this if. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like I used to do a good luck, good fuck, and just in case. You know what I mean? And so now it's just good luck most of the time because I haven't really had any bad situations recently, and I got enough bitches.
You just got a lucky cigarette.
Yeah, so just lucky cigarette, you know what I mean? The first experience I had with it was right after I left my ex. The first girl I like got with off of like Tinder or whatever was just mad into spells and shit, right? And I didn't believe in any of that shit, right?
Okay.
And this was like 4 or 5 months ago. She made me a money spell. I got that money spell in my fucking truck. I keep that money. That money spell broke, and I still keep it with me. Because she gave me that money spell. I was living in my truck 5 months ago, okay? And she gave me that money spell, and immediately things started getting better, like financially. I got like a better job. I got like all this other stuff, and it was because I believed in it.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're manifesting it.
What was the crazy part is that I had gotten injured because I had like a big desk dropped on me, so I wasn't able to move and stuff like that. Like,
Okay.
Like my job moving, not like
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
I could move, but I couldn't like And so I had to go back.
Can't move.
So I had to go back in the kitchen, and I found a really good kitchen job. That was like it was really slow. It was like $16 an hour, and it was like weekly pay, exactly what I needed. And I felt better. I finally like got better enough to go back to moving, and so I found a company, and I talked to the dude on the phone, which is my boss now, and I was able to get him to say he'd try to pay me $20 an hour, which is what I used to get paid. And I got there, right? We did the interview. It went amazing. And then I got in the car, and the next day my money spell broke. And since then, I've been I make like $700, $800 a week for that job, and all the money from that job is what funds like my businesses. And so it's like that job is like the lifeline to like literally everything else that I fucking do.
Yeah.
It's like insane. And she said that, or I'm sorry, that was my fault. They said that when it breaks, it means it's done its purpose. You know what I mean? And so I was like, but does it still work? And she was like, or they were like, I'm sorry, I'm so bad with the pronoun stuff. They were like, I don't know, maybe. And I was like, okay, fuck it. And so I keep it. And they don't like, sometimes I just send them pictures like of it just to be like I still have it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like fucking like 5 months now, and they were like, oh, no one ever keeps like jewelry I give them or anything like that. And I was like, this stays with me, on me, constantly, like always in the truck where I make my money. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So,
You got to put meaning into things like that, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I feel like everything needs meaning. You know what I mean? I'm a big like meaning in my tattoos guy. I don't think that every person needs to have meaning in their tattoos. I have a fuck you frog tattooed on my knee.
Nice.
The frog that says fuck you. There's no meaning behind that, but it's like I definitely feel like my biggest pieces like this, this, like this have meaning.
I'm glad you explained the forehead one.
That's always the biggest one, you know what I mean? Because like my favorite thing to do is like when people are being like cocky about it. People are like throwing shade at it. I'll be in public and they'll be like, oh, nice forehead tattoo, and I'll be like, it's a Pokemon. They'll be like, you put a Pokemon on your head, and I'll be like, yeah, I keep on Pokédex entry, blah blah blah. And yeah, my mom fucking, and they're like.
I mean, I didn't know that either.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a big thing with it is like, I can just drop heavy shit on that on people. And a lot of people aren't cool enough to do that. You know what I mean? Or like not cool. That's totally the wrong word. Aren't like open enough with themselves.
Yeah, they're not open enough.
And it's like, what I realized was like everyone goes through shit. You know what I mean? It comes down to the point of just taking a second of like what really like, so the base story of like what we got into it. I was living with my ex, right? And she went out to take the dog out. She came back inside and said there was this drunk dude on his patio, like, yelling at her, whistling at her on this shit. I'm mad. Duh. I'm like, okay, that's my girl, whatever. You're not going to do that. I walk out there. I start yelling at the dude. We start yelling. We start going back and forth. You want to fight? All this shit? Yeah, sure. I start walking back. He jumps over his thing. And the whole thing was he was drunk, blasting all this music really loud, being a fucking dick, And he gets up in my face, and we're yelling at each other, and he goes, I'm an Army vet. I've been through so much recently. You don't know what I'm going through.
Okay.
And I stopped and I went, no, you're right. I don't. You want to talk about it? Literally just dropped all the anger and it just hit me. It just hit me. I was like, all I did was go off of what I knew and I didn't even know the whole situation. It was kind of something dumb to start shit over anyway. So I sat there and I went, you want to talk about it? And he dropped it immediately. He went, I do want to talk about it. And we sat there in the middle of the parking lot for an hour, and he told me about how, like, his entire squadron or platoon, I don't know the words for military stuff, but, like, got blown up, and he was supposed to go in their vehicle, and he was in the vehicle behind them all. And
so he has survivor's guilt.
Watched it.
Yeah.
He was the only one. And then his, like, sister had died of, like, cancer recently, and that song that he was blasting over the thing was the same song they'd all listened to when they went on missions together. The same song that he would listen to with his sister all the time growing up.
Yeah. So I just tortured him.
And so it was a matter of like, and he was like, your girl looked like my sister. And it was more of a sense I didn't really know how to deal with that. You know what I mean? And he was like, I'm shit-faced right now. He was like, I'm so drunk. You know what I mean? And so I went over the next day and I had an extra pair of like Scarlett headphones. And I went over there and I knocked on his door. And I said, I love you and I know what you're going through, but you're going to get a noise complaint and get your ass kicked out. You put these fucking headphones on tonight, you dumb bitch. And he gave me a hug and I never talked to him again.
Shit, sounds like you helped him out. Maybe.
It it can be help, or it can just be, you know, just a moment of kindness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A single thing, you never know. You know what I mean? A big thing is, like, with kids, right? Like, I have my moving company, and, like, if I'm doing a job and it turns into, like, a 2 or 3 day thing, like, if I'm at, like, the thrift store or something, I see, like, a skateboard, or I see, like, a really cheap, like, instrument, like a $20, like, guitar or some shit, I'll buy it for the people's kid, because you don't know, like, what you give a kid, for example, that they'll get into. You know, like, I've given customers kids, like, my old skateboards. I've given them, like, my old ukuleles, my old guitars. And it's like, when you give a kid, it's the same premise, though. You give a kid something, you have no clue what they're going to do with it. And then that's the same point of, like, I give someone advice. I sit there and let someone talk to me for a second. But what if that dude had a fucking gun loaded in his house? He was about to kill himself when he got back inside. You know what I mean? Because that sounded like the situation he was finna be in. Because I've been there before. You know what I mean? I've done that.
Yeah, no, and people don't usually go, hey, do you want to talk about it? You know,
no one does.
They'd rather meet you back with the aggression.
No alpha male should involved, especially as men. We don't sit here and ask each other what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, no one asks us really what's going on. And even when it comes down to, like, if you have someone you love and you trust to death, you can love a chick and trust him to death, and it still takes years after that as a man to be able to trust a woman like that, because there's so many other women that all of us have probably been with that you try to talk about it and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, and it's like they start talking to you about shit. Oh, what can I do to help? What can I do? Can I do this? Can I do that? You know, you want to talk about it. You want to make it better. And then, you know, it's like, I still ain't talked to no one about my mama dying. My mama overdosed. And you know, my mama has tried to kill herself 4 times in my life.
4 different times?
4 different times. And
How old were you each time?
I was 14, 16, and 17.
What?
I did CPR on her every time.
How did she try to do it?
Overdose.
And what exactly was going on in y'all's life at the time?
Oh, dude.
Because you ain't going to talk to nobody about it. I'll talk to you about it.
Man, no, I'll talk to it about the podcast, man. I mean, shit.
If you're up to it.
No, I will. I mean, it's a big thing, man. It's with my mom. I love my mom. You know, she was great. But
Of course.
She had a lot of mental problems, and I got the shit beat out of me as a kid.
Okay.
Man, like, and I'm autistic. I have Asperger's.
Right on.
I also have, like, a seizure disorder, and there were times that, you know, I'd be having a seizure, and a big thing is that my mom never accepted the fact that, like, I may have Asperger's or I may have a, you know, seizure disorder, and my family still to this day will not accept the fact that I have Asperger's, even though I've, like, been told by someone that I have Asperger's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By, like, a specialist, a psychiatrist, you know. Recently, again, too, because I was in a mental hospital, and it was something they just never accepted in my life. They just told me no. You know what I mean? I got told by my grandma that one of my counselors in school may have told her that I may have Asperger's and I should get checked, and she just told them no. You know?
So just a lot of neglect, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say neglect, though, in that sense, because it's more of a sense of, like, my whole family was just going through so much shit, and I'm a smart motherfucker. I got a big brain on my shoulders, you know, and it's a matter of, like, the type of Asperger's I had was the type of Asperger's where it was, like, put you in special ed classes, do all this stuff.
Okay.
And I didn't need it. And you know what? Looking back, I'm not mad. Looking back, I have a lot of grit. I just do shit. I get shit done, and I don't make excuses for myself because that's how I was raised.
Yeah, man. I kind of, like, just a kind of similar story in here. I had a really half-assed mom in parenthood, too, man, and it does make you have a little more grit and more self-sufficient, you know. You can rely on yourself.
So it's a little bit, it's a lot more of, like, I was definitely weak as a person. I'd go and I just kind of went through the motions. And I feel like you find your strength as a person once you figure out, like, you're allowed to have strength. At least that's how it was for me. I didn't know I grew up not knowing I was allowed to be proud of myself. You know, I never knew it was okay to, like, be the one that tells yourself you're doing good.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like once I figured out that it was, like, okay for me to, like, do things by myself and, like, tell myself I was doing a good job, motherfucker, I'm unstoppable now.
Dude, I think I still struggle with that because I'm never really satisfied with shit I do. You know, I'm always just.
Dude, I'm the same way. Like, you know, I have so much big shit coming right now. In November, I'm opening for, like, my favorite artist. I'm, like, you know, like, crazy shit. My manager's saying he's gonna put, like, mad money into this other track we're dropping, and he thinks it can, like, chart and shit. And, like, I have so much shit. And, like, I'm sitting here right now, and I go to work, and I'm like, I'm not happy with this.
Yeah.
What am I doing? You know, I get frustrated with myself. But it's like sometimes it's like even if you don't have anything.
Well, you know, depression is when your body is just is over being the character you're playing, and whatever role you're playing, and it's just your body reacting to it and saying, "Fuck this."
Yeah. And it's a big thing of just like, so I was talking to my friend the other day, and they said that you fight with your depression, and that's like a lot, you know, and it's like that's, you know, you deal with it. And I don't like saying fighting, because it's a sense of like your depression is you. You know what I mean? And you can't be fighting yourself constantly, and you're never gonna beat depression if you're fighting yourself constantly. Because when you say fighting, you know, like I said before, what you say manifests anything. What I used to tell kids when I taught martial arts, they'd sit there and they'd be like, I can't do this kick. They'd sit there for 30 minutes and try to do one kick, and they'd be like, I can't do this kick, I can't do this kick. And I'd sit them down and I'd say, your brain is a supercomputer, and the things that you say out loud are your programming. Sit here right now and tell me you can do that kick. And they went, I can do the kick. I went, tell me you can do the kick and mean it. You know what I mean? They said, I can do the kick. I said, say it again. I can do the kick. They start screaming it. They do it. First try. After that, immediately. They can do it. They can do it. And that's the same thing with the depression stuff. You know what I mean? If you sit here and you say, I'm fighting my depression, I'm fighting my depression, I'm fighting my depression, every day is going to be a war. I view my depression as that. I view my depression as like a pet. I view my depression as like a monster, a thing that I have to take care of. You know, an animal that lives inside of me that I have to, you know, I have to water it, I have to feed it, I have to take it on walks type of shit.
I feel you, dude. You think you'll ever get over that?
You know, I could go and get medication, and I could go to therapy, and it would probably help, but that wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
You know, because I got really low, like, recently. I cut myself, like, really bad.
Okay.
You know, like, all the way down to the tendon.
That's deep.
I can see that shit with a butter knife. I did that before, and that's the lowest I've ever been in my life, like, ever, and it was like I had just a whole thing happened. If y'all know the lyrics to that song, Null, that I have, it's about that chick, and basically this chick came into my life, and I was really, really vulnerable, and I met her, and she got me doing coke, and then just, like, I didn't stop doing coke for, like, 3 weeks straight.
Yeah,
right?
that'll happen.
Well, like, this chick just traumatized the shit out of me. Like, was telling me, like, so, like I said, I was injured, right? And she was like, go get this other job, and I'll take care of you if you need any extra money. And she didn't even have a job, but she told me she worked all these places, she made all this money, and I was coked out of my mind, so I didn't know what to fucking think. I'd never done a hard drug in my life before this.
Yeah.
Never done anything besides weed and shrooms. And, like, a tab of acid. You know what I mean? Nothing. And so it was all this shit, like, and then I finally got her out of my house. Like, I woke up for a second, and all of a sudden we were dating. I didn't even know that. And she had, like, moved her dog into my house, and her dog, like, bit me in the face twice.
Jeez.
Like, all this wild shit. And so, you know, I get her out, and that's the first time I haven't done coke in about 3 weeks. And I don't know if you've done coke. I don't know if, you know, whatever. But when you come down after that much coke for the first time, you are sad. You are sad.
Yeah, you fucked all your hormones up.
Fuck, you are sad.
Yeah.
And you know what I found out at the peak of that drop? That my best friend, the girl that I lost my virginity to, killed herself.
Oh, goddamn.
And it was the same thing with my mom. I had done CPR on that woman from suicide attempts. I had watched that girl cut herself and try to kill herself since 8th grade. And I found that out coming down off of coke. And that's what happened with the first one. And then I went to the mental hospital, all that stuff, and I got out, and I was good, and I was, you know, and a couple weeks are going by, and I got back up, and I was driving my truck, and the ball bearing broke, and my wheel went entirely like this, whole truck fucked up, whatever. And I get back, and, you know, I have money, I don't fucking care, you know, I fix it. I get my friend to come fix it, but I called my mom just because I was going through stuff, and this is just an example of, like, how just mentally not okay my mom was. And it was some days it was like my mom was an amazing person. Some days she was the best person you ever meet, and some days she was just the most evil human being. And I called her because I was just low, and all she did for 4 hours straight was just tell me how bad of a person I was.
Yeah, exactly what you didn't want to hear.
And you know what? I sat there with her, and she's like, you did this to me. You caused me, just telling me all these ways I fucked up her life, all this shit. And I said this so many times. I said, can you just tell me you love me? I was crying, dude. I was like, can you just tell me you care about me? Because I didn't have anyone, dude, at this point. You know, like, I just left my ex. My best friend just killed herself. I just got out of the mental hospital. All the people that were around me were that, like, coke bitches chicks. So all them ain't there no more.
Yeah.
I don't know a single fucking person. I cut off all the hoes I had. Because, you know, we were dating and I was on coke. I don't fucking remember even doing that, you know? And so I'm alone. And she just can't do it. She just sit there going in. I hang up. She calls me back. I hang up. She calls me back. And, dude, I'm screaming, crying. I'm autistic, bro. I'm having a full meltdown, crying on my floor, having seizures and shit. And I get back up, And she finally leaves me alone like 4 hours later, and I, I call my fucking, family and my grandpa and my grandparents. I love them to death. They're amazing people, but, they don't understand the mental health stuff.
Right.
They never have. And I tell my grandpa, I say, I really feel like I'm going to hurt myself. And his response was, you got to do what you got to do.
He's from a different generation,
You
man.
know what I mean? And it's like, but in that state of mind, I got off the phone and I had a butter knife on my arm, and I put all I had into that hoe, and I didn't think it was going to do anything. On the low, I thought it was a butter knife, and I was on the phone with him still.
A lot of fucking suicides end up being not very intentional.
Yeah. And you know what? That chick that I was telling you about, this is how fucked up that chick is. She had a boyfriend in high school that killed himself on accident that same way, right? She was in the mental hospital, sat in that room with me when I was in the mental hospital. I still don't even remember why she was in there.
So let me ask you this: what gets Donnie out of this?
Huh?
What
The music? I'm already out of it. Oh, I'm good now. I'm out of it. Though depression.
You're a few months out, man. I think that's a long journey you got. You think you're really out of it?
Yeah. Because what happened is that, I'll tell you this. I was with my ex, and I had the life. I'll tell you what. I had the life. I was married. I had 3 cats, 2 dogs, whole house, all this shit. But she just didn't care, It's like she hit me, shit like that. She didn't care about shit that I was doing. And so I left her, and you know what? When I left her, I knew. I said to myself, it's going to get low. When I left her, I said, I'm going to drop rock bottom so fast.
How'd you know that?
I don't know. I just knew, man.
You just didn't trust in yourself, or what?
It wasn't that. It was just, dude, I was going from being married and, sharing my life with someone
Yeah.
having to be, financially, by myself with 3 dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, this is going to get rough.
For sure.
What I mean?
No pun
And that's
intended.
what it did. You know what I mean? And I was getting better. But I didn't see that fucking coke bitch coming out left field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she did. And I didn't expect that to come. Because right when I was getting better from all that shit is when she came around and fucked that shit up. But I genuinely think that, I survived some shit. I've been through some shit. And you know what? I'm confident enough now with myself in general that I don't put myself in those situations anymore.
That's what it's all about, dude, is keeping yourself out of those situations.
I watched a comedian that said he watched an episode of, one of those shows where they have autistic people date.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the dude said, the girl said, what's your favorite things? And he said, Batman, chocolate milk, and, something else. And he said, do you like my favorite things? And the girl said, no. And she told him his favorite thing. She said, you like my stuff? He said, no. And they got up and they left. And that's how I live my life.
Dude, brutally honest.
You know what I mean?
That's
and
how you have to
if
be.
I hurt your feelings, if I say something, and because the thing is, you're not an asshole if you're just being straight up.
I agree.
If I have to be 100% honest with someone, this is the exact tone I use, because it's straightforward. If you perceive this as me being mad, it's because I'm either talking about what you're doing to me, and it's right, or you're just wrong.
Dude, I feel you.
You're already pissed off.
I feel you 100%. They're projecting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the whole situation of just straight up. For example, right? I'm a mover, and I'm working with this dude that's just a dick. Yeah. And he's being a dick all day, and we get in the truck, and I just looked at him, and I said, you want to fight?
Yeah, what you do?
I was like, because he was like, motherfucker, bitch, in front of the customer, all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at him, I was like, so do you want to fight? And he got all heated. He was like, yeah, but I'll kick your ass and shit. I was like, okay, well, listen, I have a 2nd-degree black belt. I'm going to print out a waiver, and we're going to sign this waiver, and we can fight, and I'll kick your fucking ass.
Right.
And he was like, I'll sign it for money and all this shit. And I was like, no, because it's not about money. It's about the fact that you want to fight me. You are demonstrating the fact that you want to fight me, and I will kick your ass if you don't stop talking shit. So you can either sign this waiver, we can fight, and I can kick your ass, or you can just stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll still beat your ass. And dude, the rest of the day just tapered down. He was quiet. And the next day, didn't say a single fucking thing to me.
That's usually how it goes, though. If you call those people out on their bullshit, they'll shut the fuck up usually. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because no one really wants confrontation. You know
Fuck
what I mean?
yeah.
And a big thing that I've learned is that no one intentionally pisses you off. 9 times out of 10, no one, unless they a bitch. You know what I mean? For example, I don't know, prime example, motherfuckers that get DoorDash and their DoorDash is late and they get mad at the people that work there.
Yeah.
That's none of y'all's fault. Stop being a bitch.
Dude, I heard a good quote the other day, or I've been kind of trying to keep it in mind. If you meet 3 assholes in a day, one of them was probably you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. The big thing I always say is like if there's a line of 100 people and 99 of them slap you in the face and there's no sign that says stand here to get slapped in the face, that don't mean that last person gonna slap you in the face.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the same premise. It's like you just can't assume that everyone's a dick. You can't assume that everyone has the intentions that you would if you were them at the moment, you know?
No, you're right. So we got way off of hitter shit. Back to hitter shit.
Okay, here we go. I forgot what we were saying.
Yeah, no, no, I kind of did too. Delta 8 THC.
Oh my god, it makes my brain feel like TV static.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a good high, but if like I was looking through a fog the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
like if the high was like on like the wrong TV channel, or like you had.
I feel that. Yeah.
Or like if you like, you know, like when your headphones are broken and you have the wired headphones and you have to like wrap around.
Yeah,
the
trying to
shit,
find the thing.
It's like that version of
Yeah.
it. It's like that's what it like.
I feel that.
One of your headphones works.
Yeah.
It's like it works.
Dude, it's always like for like 15 minutes, then it goes away for me.
Well, see, for me, we used to like get those cars when they came out and they were like way too strong.
Yeah.
When they first came out, and I'd be driving around that box truck. That shit would make my eyes sensitive, bro. I'd be sitting here and not even being able to drive. I'd be driving like this. That shit made my eyes too sensitive. And I'd be so high. I swear to God, I just felt like TV static though.
That's weird. Well, weed automatically messes with your ocular pressure and makes like the pressure
But I've
different.
never had that problem.
That's weird.
Ever.
All right, so Delta 8 hitter shit. Shit. All right, how about Christmas sweaters?
Oh, hit.
Yeah.
I got a Mr. Hanky Christmas sweater that like sings the Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh song. Cause like my mom's maiden name is Hanky, and so my mom was a teacher and my grandpa was a teacher. So my grandpa was Mr. Hanky. So the whole
No
joke,
way.
The whole joke in my family is the Mr. Hanky shit. So all of us have the same like Mr. Hanky Christmas sweater, and my grandparents have like a framed picture of like the fucking shits from South Park.
No way.
Family picture like in the fucking house. Yeah.
Mr. Hanky.
Yeah, Christmas sweaters, bang.
All right. That's a big hit. So how about Planet Fitness hitter shit?
Oh, hit. I go to Planet Fitness every day.
There you go.
I go to Planet Fitness every day, and I'm the weirdo.
Yeah.
I'm the weirdo that ain't got no clue what I'm doing. My level of weightlifting knowledge is high school weightlifting.
Dude, I'm right there
like
with you.
Wrestling, but like wrestling off season, so not even like really weight training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that's what I still do the same shit I was doing at the gym in high school at the gym now.
That's
It
what I'd be
works,
doing.
though,
Yeah.
You know, so
All right, so that's a hit. For last one on hitter shit, since you're not from Texas, hitter shit.
you want another deep one? You ready? If I didn't have so many people fucking kill themselves in Texas, I'd love it here.
I can understand that. So it's just
My
got a dark
all
cloud
my
on it.
friends in high school killed themselves. You know, it's like my mom killed herself, my best friend killed herself, my dog died, my dogs died.
You should write a country song, dude. I'm kidding.
I drive a Chevy Silverado and I'm smoking Lucky Strike Reds, and that's it. You know what? I found a country beat and I recorded that over it at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Hell yeah.
Drunk as shit, and I put it away and I never pulled it back out.
Dude, pull it back out.
I never will.
Lucky
Me
Strikes.
and this dude, XXX Anonymous, have a song called Jumanji.
I've been in talks with him, man.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna have him come on too.
Oh, he's my buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy, you know what? I've been having like real bad neck problems, right? And the reason is because we did a show together.
Yeah.
At this pool.
I fuck with his music, man.
Yeah, he's a fucking amazing guy. He's one of my employees too.
Oh, okay, hell yeah.
He works occasionally. He like does moves with me.
Cool, man. Tell him I'm interested.
Oh, I definitely will.
Oh yeah.
He's a cool kid. Fucking but no, we made that song and we were performing and he was performing after we had already performed it, and my hat fell in the pool.
Yeah.
And so I got to do a front flip in the pool. And I remembered I had just done a front flip, and this lady said no front flips in the pool. Now, I'm a 6-pack of Dos Equis and 3 shots of tequila deep. And so I'm on the side of this pool like this. Going, oh, yeah, I can't do a front flip.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go, oh, wait, I can't go back, though. So I fall directly on top of my head into, like, this 3-foot pool.
Fuck.
And then I get out of the pool, bro, and everyone's looking at me. X is like, and I go, and everyone, he just keeps going. Like, the music don't stop or nothing, but he just keeps going. But everyone for a second was looking at me like I fucking died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure they were.
I fell out, and I had fallen off my one wheel like a week before that at like 20 miles an hour and got like 5 staples in my head.
Fuck yeah.
I still got staples in my head right now.
Nice.
Yeah, because I'm not going to go back and get them taken out because that's pussy shit. I got 3 in my head right now.
Goddamn. All right, so I got one big final question for you, man. As you go through your life, how are you experiencing time? Are you worried about it at all? Is it relevant to you? Do you pay attention to it?
I think your time will pass when it's supposed supposed to, and that's it.
Elaborate on that. What do you mean?
I think when you die, you're dead. And I don't mean it in a sense of like everything's over, but I feel like you'll die when it's your time.
Right.
I feel like everyone has their time, and so don't worry about it.
So you just generally don't worry about.
I don't think about it. I think about every day as the same day. Time is an illusion to me. I don't perceive it at all.
Yeah.
It gives me anxiety. I don't care. You know, I'm not. You only have to care about time until you turn 21 and you can drink alcohol. After that, it does not matter. Am I wrong?
I mean,
Am I wrong? It doesn't matter what age you are until you.
Once you turn an adult, I guess.
You know, like once you turn 21, it don't matter how old you are anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, don't if you if it's like a relationship thing, consenting adults, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, of course, but like,
it matters what fucking age you are, and also yet, you know, I think like 70-year-olds with like 20-year-olds is predatory. Like, I don't mean it like that though. You know what I mean? I mean it in the sense of like, you're not rushing for anything anymore, and the only time you should ever be worried about time is if you got something to look forward to. You know?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a good answer.
Don't worry about it. You know, if you ever sit around and you're like, oh, I'm so bored, it's going by so slow, enjoy it. You sit there and you revel in that, because there's going to be a time later this week that you wish you were sitting there.
Bored out your mind.
You know what I mean? You ever been at work and you, like 2 days before that, you were off and you weren't doing shit that day, and you were like, bro, I wish I could do something.
Yeah.
You know, and then you at work and you like, bro, I wish I wasn't fucking doing anything.
That's
you know
how it is,
I mean?
right?
That's what I'm saying, though. You know, if you're not doing anything, enjoy it. Enjoy it, and like you have to, like, especially like I got bad depression. I have to enjoy every last fucking thing I do.
Yeah, dude.
You have to sit there and like the way I explain it to people with the depression thing is that most people with their emotions they have an automatic car. It shifts when it needs to. You know, it does what it needs to. But when you have depression, you gotta fucking stick shift. You know, you gotta remind yourself it's okay to smile.
Dude, I feel you.
You know?
Yeah.
You gotta remind yourself it's okay. Someone will like show me puppies and I'll be like, oh wait, puppies.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Oh wait, I'm allowed to like puppies. Wait a second.
Yeah,
You know
dude.
what I mean? But no, you know.
Dude, I appreciate you being so honest on this shit. Like,
Oh, dude, that's the whole brand.
Yeah.
Bro. No, my Instagram bio is everybody goes through shit, but y'all don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about my shit though. You know.
Fuck yeah. It needs to be talked about, man. I think more people go through this shit than they're aware of.
It does, you know. And it's like I can't tell you how many people just hide scars under their shirts, like just quite literally. You know.
Literally.
Like my best friend that died, she had a scar just like this across her neck. She tried to slit her own throat. You know, and she just wear hella necklaces to cover that up. And there's, you know, people got scars.
Well, dude, I hope you keep fucking pushing.
I hope you.
I hope you. I'm excited for your success coming up, dude.
Excited for your success coming up.
And all your fucking management
And all
deal and
your
shit.
management
I'm serious, dude. No.
I'm serious too. You know, like the Uno reverse card?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah, dude.
Stuff. Do you want me to play some ukulele for you?
If you want to play us out, that would be awesome, dude.
There you go. That's why I brought it. So, I have this song called Medication, right? I wrote this song like 3 years ago, and I've been writing this song for, you know, like 3 years, and I just finished it a couple months ago.
Okay, cool.
I'm not gonna do the screamy part because you have neighbors, so we're just gonna get real pretty with it.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, I need my medication. If you're not here to help me, you're here to do me harm. If there was an in-between, whatever would that mean? I'm 6 cuts deep inside my wrist, and I can't sleep 'cause I've been thinking about everything that I've done wrong, every single song that they've interpreted wrong. But I can't change my past, but I can rearrange my future. I'm new to this maneuver 'cause I usually don't give a fuck about my fucking self. Myself. medication. If you're not here to help me, you're here to do me harm. If there wasn't in between, whatever would that mean? I'm 6 cuts deep inside my wrist and I can't fucking sleep. I've been thinking about all the people that I've hurt. I'm worthless inside my skin. My body's in the dirt. I would sell dirt cheap, 'cause nobody wants me. I'm a husk of who I used to be before you used up all of me. Of me, yeah, of me, of me. I need my medication. If you're not here to help me, get the fuck away from me. If there was an end portrait, whatever would that mean? I'm 6 cuts deep inside my wrist and I can't fucking sleep. Sleep, I can't fucking sleep. Cool.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Medication. That's gonna be out next drop. So
Oh, yeah.
no, not next drop. So the next drop, the first one is Fuck God, Fuck a Job, and Fuck You. The one after that is Periwinkle Kaleidoscope, and then after that it's this one.
Hell yeah.
So oh yeah,
Guys,
listen, that's the first time we've done it on a live stream.
that was fucking awesome, man. I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Y'all check out SadBreed on everything.
Thank you guys.
This has been an awesome episode, man. Thank you for being
Oh,
open
yeah.
book.
Thank you for having me and stuff and letting me be a weirdo online
Oh, dude, it's been a pleasure.
internet.
I appreciate
Can you
it.
give me like a ow ow
Awa, awa,
ow ow?
awa, awa.
Can you guys give me a ow ow ow? Can you do an ow ow
Awa, awa.
ow ow? Just like one, just like. Ow, ow. You can sing. Come on, come say ow ow.
She's being sad.
Okay, that's okay.
Hey, y'all be you, we're gonna be us. What's up with that? Y'all take it easy.
Oh yeah, bye guys.
Hey.
If you'd like to see raw, unedited, live episodes, follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/whatsupwithdhat. To watch full episodes of What's Up With That, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/whatsupwithdhat.